Hello beautiful people. So today we're going to be finding out what your ancestors want to tell you. So pile 1, you will be the Knight of Pentacles card and the crystal above if you feel like choosing as such. Pile 2, you will be the Temperance card, and pile 3, you will be the World card. So take your time, pause the video if you need to, and the timestamps will be in the description box below. Okay, so hi pile 1, let's find out what your ancestors want to tell you at this time. Okay, so with you guys choosing the Knight of Pentacles here, I feel like your ancestors want to specifically tell you that you are kind of on this journey, or I want to say you are making way for some kind of goal to happen here. It's like you're working and you're building towards something with the strategy card coming out. I feel like if you haven't already, your ancestors want to kind of ask you here to make some sort of a logical plan for yourself that is going to allow you to reach this goal that you have in mind. So let's say you have, for example, you have a fitness goal. Maybe your ancestors want you to write out some kind of fitness plan for yourself, or a diet plan for yourself that you can follow in order to slowly and steadily get to your goal, but get there in a way where you can actually keep this goal or achieve this goal, kind of like it can't slip away from you, if that makes sense. So I feel like if you haven't already, or maybe some of you are, I feel like your ancestors are really encouraging you on your path here to making this certain goal that you have happen. I feel like with the adjacent possibilities card, I think that maybe a lot of you here have perhaps asked for doors to be open for you, for more excitement to come into your life, perhaps. I want to say for more opportunities to come your way in work, maybe in romance even. Maybe some of you here even want to travel, but I feel like your ancestors are actually telling you that this mindset that you have of being open to all these possibilities are really going to, I want to say, help these opportunities kind of flow your way here. I do get the sense as well that your ancestors are really kind of asking you here to put the focus on you, because I think that actually in order for you to allow these different doors to open for you and to experience things that you actually haven't before, I feel like a lot of you here are kind of in this process of breaking out of cycles by maybe recognizing let's say how your beliefs or your patterns have perhaps gone against what it is you want to create here. Like for example, let's say you really want to have a beautiful partnership with somebody, but when you kind of look at what it is you want in a relationship or a partner, maybe you find yourself settling, for example, which I want to say your ancestors are really asking you to look at these things within yourself and look at how maybe you are perhaps going against certain dreams or wishes that you've had, because I feel like you're actually in this really powerful space in a way, pile 1, where you're remolding your life massively here. I also feel like with adjacent possibilities, this goal, or maybe these goals you particularly have on your mind, pile 1, I feel like there are ways of achieving this goal that you maybe haven't actually thought of. I feel like there are going to be doors that open for you in a very serendipitous kind of way here to allow you to create this goal. So I feel like your ancestors are really wanting you to be open-minded here. I also want to tell you guys as well, I do feel like with the World coming out here, I feel like you honestly could be traveling maybe to a different part of the world, but I feel like what your ancestors are really trying to tell you here, pile 1, is that you have this, I want to say, this very humanitarian soul where you deeply care about others. I feel like you particularly have big hearts, pile one. And I feel like maybe a lot of you here perhaps feel the deep pains and struggles of certain things that are maybe wrong or painful in the world. And I feel like a lot of you here could be called to a more, I want to say, a more humanitarian outlet, and I feel like your ancestors are really encouraging you with that. And I would take this as I would say maybe a confirmation for those of you that were perhaps looking more deeply into what your purpose in this life is. I want to say pile one, with the winter card coming out as well, it's kind of emphasizing that you have maybe been in this period of rest where things were maybe slow, maybe a lot of changes were kind of happening for you, a lot of things were I want to say dying out, but this is kind of in order for this new beginning to really be birthed for you, pile one. And it's kind of like, along with all these changes that have maybe happened, it's given you a lot of time, I want to say, to really reflect and go inwardly. For others of you, I want to say that there's something happening for you in the winter time. I feel like maybe some of you could actually achieve this goal that you literally want in the winter time. But I think that this period of winter that you have maybe been in pile one, I think it's going to change soon. Actually, I kind of feel like there is this newness coming into your life, this new joyful energy where I feel like you're just going to be enjoying life a lot more and kind of not being in this space where perhaps everything feels serious or it feels dark. This is really, really beautiful. Okay, so pile one, what else do your ancestors want to tell you? So I did write out a sort of channeled message from your ancestors. So I'm going to read it to you. It says, don't look to the wind, instead just go with the flow. There is a variety of colours in the rainbow beyond what the eye can see. So I feel like they're kind of asking you here to have trust in yourself, trust that you can make your dream happen. And I feel like they're also telling you here that there are so many possibilities and things that are going to happen in your life that you literally cannot even see at pile one. I feel like there is this sense, pile one, where I feel like with the King of Pentacles in reverse and with the Ten of Cups in reverse, this feeling of you perhaps not being, I want to say, maybe where you want in life, not feeling kind of stable. Maybe if this isn't in a financial way, it could be not feeling emotionally stable here. I feel like they're asking you to review your habits here with the Devil card coming out. They're asking you to think about what is actually holding you back maybe from this idea that you have of stability. There is also this sense, pile one, where I feel like your ancestors want to tell you that even though we can have this feeling of stability and comfort, right? Life is not always meant to be stable, because to a large degree, this is about us learning how to kind of trust in ourselves and to trust in these changes that kind of happen for us, that are in some way always allowing us to grow, because when we come out of our comfort zone, this is really where we grow. I also feel like specifically your ancestors, they're telling you here with the Queen of Wands, I feel like if some of you perhaps, let's say you have this goal, and there's something that you're doing privately to work towards this goal. Maybe you're practicing it by yourself where you're not really showing it to other people. I feel like your ancestors want to kind of tell you here that actually if you did show this to other people, they would really, really love it. I feel like they would really, really admire this talent. I feel like a lot of you in this part as well have some kind of creative gift here of some kind. I feel like they're also telling you that you really are amazing at whatever this thing is, and they're kind of asking you here to come out of your comfort zone and to show this off to the world, because I kind of feel like with the Eight of Wands coming out next to the Queen of Wands in reverse, it's like when you have this shift and you start to kind of put yourself out there more and to, I want to say, embody more self-confidence here, because I think that I want to say pile one, naturally you actually are really confident, fiery people. It could just be that you've had experiences that have maybe made you feel less confident, or like you have to dim your shine in some kind of way. And I feel like your ancestors are wanting you to kind of look maybe at this behavior or this pattern that you have, because if you can actually be more self-aware of this, you can go really fast towards your goal. Like, you can make things happen here. This is also showing me here that you are going to kind of, I want to say, break out of this space of maybe feeling a bit doubtful or unconfident perhaps in putting yourself out there, or maybe in your abilities. This is going to change, it's going to transform here massively. I feel like for some of you as well, you could feel like whatever this thing is, you kind of have to do it on your own. I would say that your ancestors are really asking you here to consider if this really feels like a good thing. Like, if you feel like perhaps you need to go off and do something on your own and just follow your own gut here, or whether it is that you perhaps do need a helping hand, or you do need help from people, I feel like they're asking you to consider here what works best for you and to really trust that. Because I kind of feel like in this pile there is this strong sense that you do need to just march to the beat of your own drum and do things the way that you know how to do them. I feel like your inner guiding system is really, really strong, and you can always trust in yourself, pile one. And I think your ancestors are really emphasizing this here. I also feel like with the Four coming out here, there is this sense that your ancestors want you to I want to say, with this coming out next to the King of Swords, maybe take away from the seriousness sometimes. I feel like your ancestors are actually encouraging you here to, I think, come out of this seriousness. Maybe if you've been doing a lot of self-reflection, a lot of work, I think that they are asking you to have this lighter energy with that, and to kind of remember that it's okay to be foolish, it's okay to have fun. I feel like they want you to really embrace your funny bones here and never hold back from being yourself, pile one. I feel like your ancestors are really telling you here that the way that you are is so beautiful, and it's so inspiring, and it's so different, that they do not want you to dim this shine. They really want you to show yourself here, because they're also kind of telling you here as well that the more you present your true face and your true self to the world, I feel like there is more love that is actually going to come into your life. I want to say specifically here, pile one, with this Ace of Cups coming out next to these two beautiful roses here, I feel like there is, I want to say, this sense of new love that is coming into your life. Or maybe some of you here that have been wanting to perhaps find a new romantic partner or a new friend, something like that. Maybe you're wanting more connection just generally. I feel like they're saying to you, the more you show your true face, the more you are going to find people that are actually going to fall in love with you for you. I feel like that, I do feel like for most of you though, this is going to be about love. I feel like with the two roses being interconnected here, and this cup of love being offered, I feel like there is some kind of strong connection that is going to come into your life that your ancestors want to tell you about. For a small handful of you as well, I want to say maybe this is a person you already know. With the Eight of Cups coming out in reverse, it could kind of indicate somebody from the past coming back into your life. And I think that your ancestors are also telling you here that if it is, for example, that you look at yourself and your behaviors and your beliefs, and you think about what it is you want in a partnership, they're asking you to think about whether or not you're compatible perhaps with this person, whether they are new or they're from the past. Because I think that they're saying to you here that when we find ourselves in repeat situations, there is some kind of lesson that is to be learned in those situations. It's actually giving us a chance to heal, as annoying as that sounds, pile one. So I do feel like for, I want to say, at least half of you here, I do feel like this is a person from your past that you already kind of know, that is coming back to you because of this very strong, I want to say, connection that they feel. So there is this new chance for a beginning with this person. For those of you where you just absolutely would not entertain a person from the past, I would say this is genuinely a new a new sense of connection that is coming into your life. Like it does feel like there's actual true love that's being offered to you here, pile 1. Very, very beautiful. So pile 1, that was your reading. I do hope that resonated. I hope you have a really beautiful week, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, so hi pile 2, let's find out what your ancestors want to tell you at this time. So the first message I want to tell you guys, or rather your ancestors want to tell you, pile 2, I feel like a lot of you here have either been in this state of waiting, I want to say not waiting, kind of like you've put this intention out to God, to the universe, that you want genuine peace. And I want to say with this cup here that you want this feeling of love in your life. And I feel like your ancestors as well are really proud of the way that you have healed perhaps from things that have wounded you, that have wounded your heart. Maybe for some of you this is literally heartbreak, but it doesn't have to be, or if it is that you are perhaps still in this phase of healing, I feel like your ancestors are really proud of you for kind of taking the time, I want to say, to really take care of yourself here, to go within, to kind of release your emotions here so that you are able to be in this state of peace, temperance, and being able to kind of control them in a sense, by essentially letting them flow. I also feel like with temperance coming out here, I feel like your ancestors want to tell you you're either in really, really good vibes at this time, or you are about to be in really good vibes. Pile 2, I feel like a lot of you in this pile are really, really intuitive. Your ancestors as well are kind of emphasizing here, I want to say, that you need to make sure that perhaps you're not draining yourself, in a sense, so you're kind of protecting your energy field, because I feel like my pile 2s are very, very, you are essentially really psychic people here, and your 7th chakra, and I want to say your 6th chakra in particular, are quite open, which is also why we have this energy of Jupiter coming out, kind of similar to the 7th chakra energy, in that this energy has a lot to do with expansion and also trusting in, I want to say, the universe, but I feel like you've actually reached this state of trusting in the universe because you've kind of done a lot of inner work here, I want to say, on either altering your beliefs, your actions and behaviors in order to create newness in your life. Your ancestors also want to tell you, pile 2, that there is literally love that is about to come into your life. Or I want to say, maybe for those of you where you're still kind of working through this pain, I feel like there is genuine, beautiful love that is about to come into your life, pile 2. With Uranus coming out, I feel like this is going to kind of surprise you in a sense. This card is also about new beginnings, right? So I feel like there is this new beginning that's coming for you when it comes to love. In particular, I want to say, pile 2, whether that be you are actually finding like a beautiful compatible partner for you, or your connection with a particular person is literally like your partner, for example, is literally deepening, becoming even stronger here in a sense. Okay, really, really beautiful energy so far, pile 2. What does pile 2's ancestors want to tell them? So pile 2, let's get into what else your ancestors want to tell you here. So I did some automatic writing for you guys and channeled a message from your ancestors. Okay, so your ancestors want to tell you red and black are grounding colors for you. It also says embrace your true or dark femininity, which is really, really interesting because red and black are colors that are associated with grounding, with the root chakra, if you will. And honestly, a lot of people that are quite psychic, or they have these higher chakras really being opened here, can tend to kind of struggle with staying grounded. So I feel like your ancestors are really putting a strong emphasis on making sure you are still kind of grounding yourself, you are meeting your needs and understanding those needs. it's kind of funny as well how we have this energy of them saying to you, embrace your true or your dark femininity. I feel like they're kind of asking you to think about what does femininity mean to you, I guess. Not so much from what society wants it to mean to you, but from your soul. Like, what does you connecting with your feminine energy mean? Because I feel like this feminine energy is really strong with you guys, because you are very deep, I want to say receptive, intuitive types here. So they're kind of asking you here to, I want to say, tap into this very powerful energy in a way that actually works for you, maybe even to explore this in a new way. Very interesting. So what else do your ancestors want to tell you? It's kind of funny as well that we have the Ten of Swords in reverse coming out next to the Broken Heart in reverse. I feel like you guys have been extremely wounded by something here. Maybe for some of you this is literally the ending of some kind of relationship. For example, there is this feeling of you being, I want to say, backstabbed or really hurt by something here. This could even be an old wound. Like, it doesn't even have to be something that has happened more recently, right? I guess it would kind of depend for each of you, but I feel like your ancestors are really telling you here that you actually are healing, even if maybe this does still feel painful, or for some of you have already healed from this. And I feel like your ancestors want to tell you this literally is only going to make you stronger, or it only has made you stronger here. Your ancestors also want to tell you as well, this is a very specific message, maybe for somebody out here, but I feel like they're telling you here that you're going to move house, or this process of you wanting to move house is going to happen. So they're asking you to kind of trust in this, and that's just for some of you, right? For others of you, I want to say here, maybe there is some kind of goal or some kind of success, some kind of recognition, I want to say, that you are wanting to have here. And I feel like your ancestors are actually saying to you that it's easy for you to achieve this goal if you can kind of, I want to say, shift your self-concept to being in this state where you kind of know you are the shit, essentially. They want you to shift your self-concept into being that of somebody who always gets what they want, who can really trust in themselves, who is the best. I feel like maybe your ancestors want you to know you are the best, and you should perceive yourself that way, because I feel like they're saying to you here, it's actually really going to help you, and it's going to help you to achieve this recognition and the way that other people perhaps perceive you, particularly maybe for those of you that are in the public eye in some way, or you need let's say clients recognition, you need networks, a community of some kind. I feel like they're saying to you that would be extremely helpful. Another thing that your ancestors want to tell you here with the Hierophant coming out, this is emphasizing, I want to say, pile 2, you kind of are like spiritual teachers in a huge way, to a degree where I feel like your ancestors actually would like some of you to share this, or maybe to continue sharing this knowledge and this information that you hold spiritually. I feel like they're saying to you here, you could actually really help and teach people, in a sense. I also want to tell you guys, with the Hierophant coming out here, and also with the Ten of Pentacles, I want to say you are going to meet, I feel like you're specifically going to either come together with somebody you are literally going to marry, or somebody you are going to literally spend the rest of your life with. I feel like they're saying to you, because of all this healing that you've done and all this, literally all this time, I want to say that it's taken you maybe to perhaps find the right or the compatible person for you. I feel like they're saying to you with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like the wait is not going to be very long here at all, pile 2. This is really beautiful. I also think that with the Two of Cups in reverse, they're kind of giving you a little self-love message here, in a sense. I feel like your ancestors are just wanting you to know here, pile 2, that you are really beautiful and brilliant people, and to kind of be in this state of always nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, And understanding as well that this energy is extremely powerful, because it's kind of like when we decide how we want to be treated, and when we set that standard for ourselves, other people quite literally have no choice but to follow. It's kind of like you're setting a standard or a boundary with the universe, where you're saying, I don't want people in my life that are not going to be genuine or loving with me in the way that I truly am. I think there is something massively changing for you in your love life, pile 2, for sure. I also want to tell you, pile 2, for those of you that do feel like you have a lot of spiritual knowledge, here, I feel like if you did actually start putting this out there, I think your ancestors actually want to tell you, with the 10 of Pentacles coming out, you could not only help a lot of people here, but I think that you could generate a hell of a lot of money from this. I feel like there is more abundance coming to you as well, pile 2, is something that your ancestors want to tell you. It's kind of like this work that you've put into yourself is honestly going to create massive changes, and you will literally see this in your life. I also feel like with the 6 of Cups coming out, it's making me feel like, for those of you where I genuinely feel like you are about to meet the person you're going to marry, I feel like this is giving me a soulmate vibe, like your souls kind of know each other and you're actually meant to meet this person for a very, very special reason here. This is really beautiful. I also feel like your ancestors as well, with the 6 of Cups coming out, it's kind of showing me here that maybe a lot of you, perhaps, this is so random, you guys, maybe you have a lot of children that are kind of drawn to you or attracted to you, or maybe like children really, really like you and your energy, and I feel like they're saying to you here, because in a sense you kind of are like this child, pile 2, it's kind of like they're asking you to never forget that you have this, you actually have a really sweet soul here, pile 2. I feel like you're really genuine, caring people, and I think that they're wanting you, I think, as well, to just kind of have fun, maybe behave more like a child, just take away from the seriousness of things sometimes. But I feel like all in all, your ancestors are really, really proud of you here, pile 2, and they're just kind of pushing you in the right direction towards this beautiful life you are creating. Really lovely, pile 2. So that was what your ancestors wanted to tell you. I do hope that resonated. I hope you have a really beautiful week, pile 2, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, so hi, pile 3. Let's find out what your ancestors want to tell you at this time. So my pile 3s, I guess your ancestors want to tell you here, with the World in reverse and with the Walking Away card coming out here, I feel like for those of you where you feel that you have been, I want to say perhaps on your own for a lot of time, or maybe you feel like you have literally been isolating yourself, because I feel like with my pile 3s, you are the kind of people that would rather be in no company if the company is not good. But what's actually interesting here, pile 3, your ancestors want to specifically tell you here that this door to romance and this angel of love is literally coming to you. I feel like specifically, it not only feels like you're going to be meeting new suitors, more people, pile 3, but I feel like there's going to be a person in particular that you meet that is going to, I want to say, capture the attention of your heart here. I also feel like because you've decided that you only want to be in good company, and you are kind of, I want to say, coming out of this place of maybe isolating yourself, or you literally will be, pile 3. It's literally opening this door to connection for you, to actual love coming your way. This is really, really beautiful. Your ancestors also want to tell you here that I want to say specifically with the East card coming out, when it comes to all this, I want to say enlightenment that you have literally gone through, pile 3, I feel like they're saying to you here that you are literally going to enjoy the fruits of your labor after doing all this inner work. And it's funny how we have this butterfly here kind of representing this transformation, this big change that you have literally gone through. I want to say, internally as well, pile 3. You are going to see this manifest into some kind of new beginning. I feel like specifically as well, pile 3, I feel like your ancestors are really proud of you here for coming to a place where you are self-confident as hell. It's kind of like you're recognizing more and more that you have no time to waste on doubting yourself. There is this feeling that you have closed out this old chapter in your life. I feel like you're specifically done with old people as well, maybe old relationships, even, pile 3. And I think that by virtue of you literally choosing you, I feel like you're not only going to meet a person that is going to completely and totally choose you, but I feel like it's going to be multiple people. And you will not just see this manifest in terms of your love life, pile 3. You will see this manifest in terms of your career and employment opportunities. I feel like there are going to be people that literally choose you, and they want you to kind of shine, maybe in their company or something like that. But this is really, really positive energy. I feel like the area of career is really massively going to, I want to say it's going to change really positively for you. Maybe some of you are literally receiving some kind of a promotion here and you are being recognized for your brilliance. Your ancestors also want to tell you guys as well, with the Ram Perseverance card coming out, I feel like all these challenges that have literally maybe come your way or have perhaps put you in a place where you have maybe doubted yourself before, pile 3. I feel like they're saying to you here that your perseverance is literally so strong that it makes you unbreakable. It's like your mind, I want to say, pile 3, is literally very, very powerful here. I would say a lot of you here are really brilliant manifestors as well, is the vibe that I kind of get with this. They're also saying to you here, if there is some kind of specific goal, maybe this is a message for perhaps a few of you, some kind of specific goal that you want to attain. They're telling you to keep going, so to keep working on this project, this goal that you have, maybe this promotion, whatever it is. And it literally says, with patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up and good luck will follow. Really, really beautiful. They're also emphasizing here, pile 3, that you have a hell of a lot of gifts and value, and they're really glad that you are starting to really reach this place where you've got no time to doubt your skill set, pile 3, or you are honestly moving in that right direction for those of you where you feel like you're not 100% there yet. So, pile 3, what else do your ancestors want to tell you? So I wrote down a kind of channeled message from your ancestors, pile 3, and I'm going to read it to you. So it says, you are on top of the world, surmounting all the obstacles in your path. You are a master of change, no time to even doubt yourself. This is so funny, pile 3. I wrote this before I pulled your cards as well, and it's just so funny that you guys literally chose the world card. They're saying this is literally you, like you're the kind of person that really does achieve what it is you put your mind to. You have extremely powerful minds here, pile 3, and they're saying to you here, do not go back into that rut of doubting yourself. You've got no time for that, because I feel like there's a lot of success that is waiting for you on the other side of this transformation and this growth that you have been through, pile 3, and you will literally see that. I feel like I want to tell you guys as well, with the 7 of Pentacles coming out and with the 10 of Pentacles, it's showing me here that if you haven't been working really, really hard on your goals, maybe in your career, maybe some of you here feel like you've been perhaps in some kind of job where it's like you're putting in all this work and this effort and not seeing the results maybe that you've wanted to see just yet. Maybe it's taken you a lot of time as well to build up this skill set. I feel like they're saying to you here that there is going to be this change in your abundance. I feel like specifically there is literally more money coming to you. This is another really random message that I'm getting, you guys, but I feel like on the other side of this transformation and this growth, I feel like when your money goes up, I feel like you are going to move into like the house of your dreams, I want to say, pile 3, or to a place where you've literally always wanted to live, something that would make you feel really, really happy here. But this is This is beautiful energy. I do feel like my pile threes are honestly just meant to be successful, abundant people. And you are in this energy, I want to say, of being the emperor, knowing that, again, kind of making me feel like you're literally on top of the world. Like, you know who you are, pile three, and you are not afraid to shine. This is absolutely beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune coming out in reverse as well is showing me that this time of maybe struggling to perhaps get to your goals, or maybe feeling like life is the same, or you want things to change, you are literally breaking out of this cycle, and you will see changes across the board, pile three. I also want to specifically tell you guys as well, I feel like your ancestors are also kind of telling you here, this is a message maybe for some of you, but they're kind of saying to you here that maybe you shouldn't be working for other people. They're saying to you here that you are literally a boss. You should be the boss here, and actually with your, I want to say, with all the expertise and the skills that you have, I feel like you could literally outdo your own bosses in a sense. For those of you where that message resonates, and I feel like they're wanting you to kind of, I want to say, maybe take this creativity that you have, or this fire in this passion for something here, and to kind of use this, build this up in your career, because I feel like they're saying to you here that your fire and your passion towards things is so strong, pile three, that you really do need to follow that, because I feel like my pile threes are just people that should not be controlled by others. They're just too powerful as people, I want to say. I also specifically see here as well with the Queen of Swords, it's kind of like you're breaking out of this cycle because you actually just decided enough is enough. I feel like my pile threes are just, I want to say, you're very direct people here. You're very honest, authentic people. And I think that you just generally do not have time for people that are going to bullshit you, or I want to say give you less than what you deserve. I do feel like a lot of you are somehow going to set up to be self-employed here. Like, I'm going to go ahead and be honest. But I would just take that if you really feel like that message fits in with you, pile three. I also specifically see here as well, I feel like with the Six of Cups coming out, this message is for somebody, but I feel like maybe for a couple of you out there that are really wanting, I want to say, a baby, or you want, like, maybe it's another child. I feel like your ancestors are telling you that you, your wish is going to be fulfilled here. I feel like you are actually going to have another child. I know that is a really random message, but again, I would just take that for those of you where that message fits in. Really beautiful. I also want to tell you guys as well with the Six of Cups, I feel like you've got some kind of event or some kind of gathering coming up with people that you have maybe known since you were a child. I want to say more than likely this is either your family or maybe really old friends, but there's going to be some kind of event that comes your way, and I feel like it's going to make you feel all kinds of nostalgia, but I want to say this is a really happy feeling, feeling very free here. It's also showing me here, pile three, I want to say with the Emperor coming out, this is not only your energy, but it is the energy of the person you are manifesting into your life. I feel like because you are such a powerful person, pile three, you are kind of drawing in people that are also powerful for some of you as well. I specifically feel like this could be a person that you meet from work, or they are, I want to say, very successful at what they do. It feels like this person is a boss somehow, some way. And I feel like it's giving me the energy that you and this person are going to be, I want to say, compatible. Like, you're both really powerful people. Really beautiful. I do feel like this is a person that is going to actively pursue you as well, pile three. Your ancestors also want to tell you, pile three, that if you have been perhaps dealing in the past with people that are kind of like this Knight of Wands in reverse, maybe approaching you in a way that is, I want to say, immature, flighty, maybe not the most committed, kind of like they have passion when it starts, but they really just don't have the power and the perseverance and the stability, the maturity to kind of sustain a connection with you. Maybe people I want to say with the Seven of Swords coming out and the Magician in reverse, people that perhaps give you promises they can't keep, or they try and manipulate you. I feel like your ancestors are telling you, because you're in this Queen of Swords energy where you are literally able to see very deeply into these people. It's kind of like they have no way of accessing you anymore. I feel like they're afraid to, because you really are not afraid to exert your boundaries here. And I feel like as a result, I want to say, of you being in this very empowered state here, with the Hierophant coming out, I feel like you're attracting somebody who would be a beautiful match for you. I want to say, for some of you, this person literally could be a teacher. That could also be another bit of information about them, but I feel like this is a person that wants to have something really stable and beautiful with you. For those of you that are perhaps single, I feel like you're actually drawing this into your life and you are going to see it manifest. There could actually be, I want to say, perhaps this is two different energies with the Emperor and the Hierophant coming out. With this door to romance here as well, it does make me feel like there are more than one option for you in love. And this time it's going to be your choice, Pile 3, as to who you want to give your time and energy to, and who is worthy of your time and energy. But I feel like you guys are actually drawing in a beautiful relationship, partnership, with the Emperor and the Hierophant both being about marriage. I feel like for some of you, this could be a person that you would actually end up marrying, spending maybe the rest of your life with, something like that. Really, really beautiful. So that is what your ancestors wanted to tell you, Pile 3. I do hope that resonated. I hope you have a really beautiful week, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.